What's up, Nerf Herders? Hope you're all doing well out there and having a great day. So we got some awesome news here. We're going to go over this article here from Bloody Disgusting about the new Resident Evil movie. We finally got some news on this here, so we're going to talk about this, share our thoughts with everything. But first, before we jump into the article, make sure to hit that subscribe button, click that bell for notifications, comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, do all that good stuff. And we're going to take it to this article here. So from Bloody Disgusting, Resident Evil film reboot, officially titled Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, draws inspiration from John Carpenter. So just off that title, let's talk about that, because inspiration from John Carpenter is good news.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like some Escape from New York style shit, dude. Like we're gonna get just like a super dark classic 80s style like action horror movie, dude.
Yep.
And I think that's awesome because all the movies that have come out for Resident Evil, for me, for the most part, have been kind of a snooze fest. And like, I don't know, they just started going in a weird direction. Like the first two, they were okay. You know, they weren't terrible. I kind of have a soft spot for them. But then once you get to like number 3, 4, 5, like they just start going in this weird direction. You know what I mean? And it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel cohesive. I'm glad they're rebooting the series.
Yeah, I agree, man. Have you seen any of the animated ones?
No. The last one I saw, and I don't know if I saw it with you, I may have, was the one where it was like super CGI slow-mo city.
I think it was the fourth one.
Yeah, maybe it was like the fourth one, but it just started getting really silly, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything animated though. Is it any good?
They're fun, dude. I honestly don't even know how many there are. I've seen 2 of them. I believe there's at least 3, but they are fun. I have enjoyed them. They're very classic feeling, and that's what I'm hoping we're gonna get with this too, because the John Carpenter thing is promising. So we got a cool banner here. Welcome to Raccoon City. Enjoy your stay, the home of Umbrella, which, you know, of course, the Umbrella Corporation kind of behind the whole thing here.
Yeah.
And the article reads, it would seem that we've been going about the Resident Evil film reboot all wrong, at least in terms of the film's title, according to director Johannes Roberts, and reported on by IGN during an interview at South by Southwest online event. The official title for the upcoming Resident Evil movie is Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I love the title because the title alone I feel like is going to pay homage and respects to the games, and I feel like we need something like that. Roberts also shared a few new tidbits for the film, which is scheduled to be in theaters this September. That's crazy. So this is literally right around the corner. Yeah, holy hell. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City will adapt the first 2 Resident Evil games, and as we've known for a while now, will include main characters from both titles. That makes me really excited because that means we'll get the mansion and then we'll get Raccoon City, because that's your first 2 games there.
Right.
Awesome. So which also would make me hope that we would get Leon Kennedy or Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, something along that. We got to get Leon. I really hope we get a really awesome, badass live action Leon. I feel like that's like the most important right now. And then a Jill Valentine would be awesome. Which they casted for Resident Evil 2, and I thought she was awesome in the movie. She was actually, or was that the third one? I can't even remember now, but when they casted her, I thought she did a really good job. I really liked her a lot.
Yeah, I thought they did good with that. You know, for the first original ones, I think number 2 is going to be always my favorite one that they came out with, you know, originally. I thought that was the most fun. I thought, you know, the way they did Raccoon City and the lockdown and everything was really cool and neat. Yep. So I do think that's going to be cool that they're kind of revisiting that, you know. But yeah, dude, I mean, as much as they can pull from the game, the better, in my opinion, because I think the first 2 Resident Evil games are masterpieces of horror, and you know, they didn't get the proper, I guess, screen to film, whatever you want to call it, you know, adaptation. So
yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree 100%. And it continues here, as with the original game, Welcome to Raccoon City will take place in the year 1998.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So it's not going to feel modern. I like that it's going to have that feel of the 90s in there. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah, dude. And we'll tell the events of Raccoon City being under siege from zombies, obviously. Also, as
Yeah.
we've known for a while now, both the Spencer Mansion and the Raccoon City Police Department will feature in the film. Okay, perfect, 'cause that's your first two games. So, okay, so that's awesome. In addition, IGN also snagged a brief interview with Roberts, who says that he wanted to focus on the tone of the film. All right, here's the good stuff. Let's see. The thing I loved about the games is that they were just scary as hell, and that is very much what I wanted. Yes, that
Yeah,
atmosphere.
for
It's
sure.
rain. It's constantly dark. It's creepy. Raccoon City is kind of this rotten character in the movie, and that sort of atmosphere in the games that I wanted to put into the film. Yes,
Yeah, that makes
that's
me feel
it.
better, dude. That totally makes
Yes.
me feel better. Because, dude, like whenever I think of that game, I instantly do think of Escape from New York. It's
Oh,
dark.
for sure.
The whole goddamn thing is dark. It's dreary, rainy, gritty. Um,
Yes, just
I think that's one
nasty,
of
dude. Just
yeah, it's like one
dirty.
of John Carpenter's best parts of him is that he puts out these really gritty films and these gritty landscapes. And
Right.
and I think if they can translate that to this, especially with it taking place in the 90s, I think it'll make it just feel a little bit more authentic.
Right.
But yeah, dude, hell yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna love this, dude. So not only that, but Roberts says that he drew inspiration from John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct
Oh
13,
shit,
dude.
yeah, dude.
Right? And The Fog
Cool.
in terms of getting the feel for Welcome to Raccoon City.
Okay.
Quote, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, and I really took to that. The way he tells these claustrophobic siege movies, and I took movies like Assault on Precinct 13 and The Fog, and these disparate group of characters coming together under siege, and I took that as my filmic inspiration. Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. The fog is
Yes.
super uncomfortable, man.
Dude, the whole movie's just weird, man. It just makes it just
yeah.
very off-putting. And
It
that's what you kind of
definitely
want, dude. When you're navigating Raccoon City, you want to just
yeah.
feel like you're never kind of safe. There's always something lurking, even if it's like a chill scene. You want to create that tension just enough to where you don't feel safe, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool because the fog don't get enough love, man. That never gets enough
No,
love. And
no.
Assault on Precinct 13 is also kind of one of those sleepers. Like a lot of people have seen it, but I don't think enough people have seen it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, if they can get that tone, dude, that'd be killer.
Yeah, dude. No, absolutely. And so this kind of concludes here. I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, but Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City arrives in theaters September 3rd. So we've got an official date, September 3rd this year. The cast includes K.S. Scodelario, Hannah John Kamen, Robbie Amell, Tom Hopper, Avon Jogaya, and Neil McDonough.
Who the fuck
So
are these guys?
yeah, dude. Yeah, get out your classic accents here. Hey, who the fuck?
Yeah.
I kind of like that, dude. I kind of like that. This is really exciting stuff, man. We talked about this a little bit the other day, but actually kind of seeing this now kind of shape up on the article side, knowing that there's definitely, going for that tone, dude. And like you kind of called it with Escape from New York before we even got to Assault on Precinct, dude. Like John Carpenter is notorious for just creating that tone and that atmosphere and stuff. And if that's what they're going
Yep.
for with this, you translate that into Resident Evil. Because to me, Resident Evil, yes, it's zombie stories and stuff, but there was so much more to that in the games. It was the puzzles, it was the camera angles. If there's one really awesome thing I would love to see in this, dude, it's kind of like what they did in Doom. Even though I didn't care for Doom, but when they gave you that first person, like 5-minute little montage thing, it's like,
Yeah,
cool,
that was
dude.
cool.
Yeah, it's like you're playing the video game. I hope they give us some of those camera angles, dude, that you got from like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, Code Veronica, and 0 before they got into like the more actiony stuff where like you had one stagnant camera that followed, and when you turned the corner, it was a quick camera cut straight to that corner. I hope we get some cool camera angles like they gave us in the games, because that's what made those games so damn scary, dude.
Yep. Yeah. And I think what's awesome about those games, they said in an article, those games were scary as hell because it just made you feel very like helpless, like
Right.
you were in these awkward positions where like you escaped barely, it's
Right.
like you're getting stressed out because you're so close to like getting, killed or eaten or something like that.
Yeah,
And I
dude.
think that's one of the things that is so cool that John Carpenter, that style brings into the mix. And, I know I keep going back on like, Escape from New York, but like, for example, when he's hiding out with the chick and like they're hiding from like the underground mole people or whatever they were. And then like, the claustrophobia you feel that like at any minute one of them could just come smashing through this like door and you're fucked, you know.
Exactly.
And that's what was cool about the games, is it did make you feel very like uncomfortable, you know. And there's not a lot of games out there that have done that.
Yep.
So I think if they can capture that, you know, sense of stressful situation, you know, and kind of high tension, you know, moments, I think it'd be really cool. So
yeah. Dude, totally, man, because you're never safe, man. I mean, that game was built perfectly, where you go back and forth through the same door 3 or 4 times trying to solve a puzzle, but the 5th time you go to that door, dude, like, that's when the shit gets real, you know? And, like, if they could incorporate that and put it on screen to kind of capture, that'd be awesome, dude. And if we can get some cool zombies, you know, some lickers, some hunters and stuff, man, that... Oh, there's so much cool stuff, man. If they gave us a true adaptation, which it looks like that's what we're getting, and that's exciting. And hopefully some gore, dude. That was the one thing with those first 2 movies. As much as, there is a soft spot for them, they didn't bring gore into that franchise until the 3rd movie. And it's just like, dude, this is Resident Evil, man. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. I want some like fucked up violent shit, dude. I mean,
dude.
That was one of those first like hard R-rated video games that's just like, hey, we're gonna give you the goods here. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't not have it, especially just I don't know. I agree. The first 2 didn't have far or nearly enough gore. And I think a lot of they relied too heavily on the CGI. I'd love to see some really cool practical effects in this one.
Yeah.
You know, give me some legitimate like zombie shit, because I don't want to see like a bunch of like weird, you know, computer generated like, I don't know, weird alien looking shit. You know what I mean? Like, I want like some practical real effects. I don't want some, you know, weird computer graphics. I don't know. It just felt too much of that in the originals. So
yeah. No, I agree, dude. It was like that action horror feel, and not like that horror feel. Hopefully this is gonna deliver, man. This is promising. This feels good, and I'm pumped for this. I think we should all get excited and get behind this movie, because if we can get a solid new Resident Evil film, maybe this can spawn into more, and we can get some more cool adaptations. So. We'll see where this goes, man. Leave some comments down below, guys. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about this. What do you think about the title? What do you think about the John Carpenter influence to this here? We think this is all great. Obviously, this is all really good news. I think that we would all want to hear for Resident Evil. So hit that subscribe button. Keep up with the latest here at Nerf Herders Studios. We will be back with another video soon, and we'll catch you in that next video.